Hey Gunslingers, Chief Power. I'm excited to connect with you today for our next Chief's Corner. And today we have a special guest. We have A1C Samuel Ruiz, who's a proud member of the 90th Cyberspace Operations Squadron. So today we're just going to connect and get to know Airman Ruiz a little bit more. So Airman Ruiz, thanks for spending time with us today. Excited to get to know you a little bit more. But I'd love to ask and kind of find out a little bit about more who you are. So if you're willing to share who you are and what you do in the 90th Cause.
So I'm A1C Ruiz right now at the 90th Cause. Just got there. I've been there for a few months now. Currently, we're still training to be operational. So we're going through a cyber capabilities developer course that they have. We actually have our exam in 2 weeks, so that'll be interesting. And then from there, we'll be incorporated into the 90th and then work on whatever they need us to work on.
Awesome. Yeah, the 90th Cause is one of the coolest squadrons in the Air Force. You know, I think we love, we affectionately call them Shadow Warriors.
Yes, sir.
But you're a 1 Delta 7 X1 Zulu, which is a cyber capabilities developer.
Yes, sir.
You know, we don't have a ton of those in the Air Force. So could you talk a little bit more about what being a cyber capabilities developer is?
Yes. So right now, obviously, I'm still in the training phase, but from what I've heard from everyone else in the squadron, which is amazing, by the way, everything I hear is just great. It has to do with figuring out what the Air Force needs. People in the wing or even outside the wing, if they need anything developed, they can reach out to us, and we just make the programs or software that they need to help them do whatever mission they need to do.
Awesome. Yeah, no, it is an important mission that you do. So we are excited as you continue to progress in your training, your qualifications. Mm-hmm. It's an important time, and I love how you characterize it as interesting. So I'm excited to see you excel and certainly have a fun time while you're doing it.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you're pretty new to the Air Force, right?
Yes,
you're
sir.
kind of coming up on your first year in the Air Force. Would love to hear why you decided to join the United States Air Force.
What caused me to join was I was inspired by my family. So I come from a line of just Army legacy. So my grandfather was in the Army. My cousin's in the Army. He's about to separate, I believe, but most of them are either in the States. I know, but the main reason is my uncle. He's been in for 19, I believe, years, and he just retired recently, or is about to retire, one of the two. He's stationed in Colorado, actually, and is now going on the government side.
Nice.
Yeah, but he's my main reason.
Yeah, wow. So it's exciting. The United States Army, my dad was in the Army. I'm curious, why did you come into the Air Force and not the Army?
They all recommended that I join the Air Force instead of the Army. So.
Nice. Yeah, I had a similar recommendation from my dad, who was a soldier. So, well, we are grateful you joined. So thankful that you have United States Air Force and you're an airman, on your sleeve and in your chest. You know, if I'm not mistaken, when I first got a chance to meet you very recently, you shared a great story. So, if I recall, you grew up here in San Antonio.
Yes, sir.
Where our headquarters of the 67 Cyberspace Wing is at. But while you're in high school here in San Antonio, you're part of a professional development kind of club, I guess is a good way to describe it, that we call Cyber Patriot. Now, Cyber Patriot is something near and dear to the hearts of gunslingers. We have many mentors across the wing. We operate across 10 different geographical locations, and we'd love to invest as Cyber Patriot mentors into all the high schools that have these programs. Could you talk a little bit about Cyber Patriot, and I think maybe ROTC you shared as well?
Yes, sir. So while in high school, I had originally went to a magnet program. It's called Insight. They specialize in business development, cybersecurity, and then programming. At first, I had joined because I wanted to help my dad run his business, and then I knew I wanted to go into the military as well, so I joined their ROTC program. And from there, I learned about Cyber Patriot, which is a kind of, as you described it, a professional development club that they have, which specializes in teaching young people how to defend a network vulnerabilities like computer. So there's 3 branches of it. So you join a team, and then from that team, you're given different systems, and then you're tasked to defend it. So there are different vulnerabilities they have. It's through a VM, and there are different like assignments within the team. So there's the networking side. So you're given like a packet tracer, if you know what that is.
Nope.
It's it's a program that they have through Cisco, and it's kind of, you're just setting up a network, so using switches and routers, and kind of just defending it from vulnerabilities that it could have, as well as there's a Windows side and a Linux side. I specialize in the networking side, so that's why I know more about that side.
Nice.
But my team, we had 5 people, and we would compete, and I believe we would get 13th, and like the cutoff was 12 for nationals.
Oh, wow.
So we were always right on the edge, but we always did our best and worked together each month. It was always in the beginning of the school year to try and just see how far we could get.
Wow, holy moly. So maybe about 5% of what you said I understood. So but I will say this, I 100% know for sure. I am so thankful we brought you onto our team, because you are exactly what we need, certainly in the 67th Cyberspace Wing, but especially in the 90th Cause,
Yes,
as a Shadow Warrior. Now, I think I recall you once said, when you were in Cyber Patriot, you remember an Air Force member as one of the mentors that helped support the team that you're on.
Yes, sir. I remember one of the years that we were there. The program had just gotten taken over by mainly a new person, and they had brought in a couple of mentors, and one of the mentors was Airman, I believe. I'm not sure where he was assigned or anything like that, but he would come in every once in a while and just see where we are, give us advice, and then kind of guide us on what we should know, and then to help us grow.
Awesome. Yeah, hopefully, after you continue to excel through your training, you get fully qualified. We'd love to see you if you have the time, and I get a sense you probably have the willingness. We'd love to see you as a Cyber Patriot mentor to kind of invest back into the future Airman Ruizes that we want to find, who are highly talented, and bring into our formations.
Yes, of course. I'd love to.
Yeah. Well, Airman Ruiz, thanks for being an airman. Thanks for being a gunslinger, and certainly a Shadow Warrior. We're excited to have you in the wing and in our United States Air Force, and we can't wait to continue to watch and admire and support you all throughout the way. So thanks for being here today on today's Chiefs Corner. Gunslingers, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.